Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Welcome to our Sunday Live on a Monday.
Yes, we're going to mess with your heads again and go live on a Monday.
Yeah,
good to see you. We couldn't stream last night because we were on our way back from Brighton. Spent the day down there with Ellen. Went wandering up the seafront.
Very cold.
It was freezing.
It was lovely though. We saw the sunset and it was lovely weather, but just very, very cold. So
yes.
We
had a vegan Sunday dinner.
Well,
vegan roast. Was it?
I thought it was veggie and vegan. There were vegan options.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It was very good, actually.
It was really good. We had to wait an hour and a half for it because it's a popular place, but it was well worth the wait.
It was a long wait. We did a whole crossword.
we did
cheated.
Half a crossword. We still couldn't. It was a bit hard.
We tried to do a crossword and then resorted to cheating on the phone to get answers. Anyway, you don't want to know this.
Yeah, but we still didn't complete it.
Even with cheating.
But it was just nice to sit in the pub, wasn't it? It was a nice atmosphere and it was just nice to sit and chill and talk.
Yeah, Jeff was with us. They were dog friendly. This was in the lanes in Brighton. But yeah.
And he was really good, even though there were other dogs in there. He was actually really good.
For once.
Normally he barks a lot if he sees other dogs, but yeah, he was good.
Yeah, anyway, welcome. Good to see you if you're watching us live, if you're watching after the fact. Hello. Flipping Maggie. Good evening, Nick, Andrea, and chat. I bet it's busier than last night. Did people turn up wanting a stream? We did put a post out.
I did put my video up, so there was something to watch and a side chat if you wanted to chat to each other.
Yeah, we weren't able to join in the side chat because we were traveling, but hopefully people had a chat because it was a premiere.
Yeah.
Hello, Pat, and we have with us Jennifer. Who else? We've got Craigie. Hello,
Craigie.
Belinda is with us, and Sean. Nice to see you on this Monday evening. Thank you. So a few more and then we'll crack on with it. We are going to share some of our jumble finds.
Yeah.
And you're going to do a separate video. I'm
going to do a jumble haul.
Yeah. So a couple more hellos before we crack on. Hello all. Change of day means I can join a live for the second time. Well, hello.
Wow. Hello.
Hello, Zeb. We may be doing this again next week.
We will be doing this again next week because we won't be here.
Yeah, we can't say much more about that.
Well, don't give things away.
I'm not.
Well, you'll see. We're going to vlog it. We're going to go away with a couple of people you might recognise. So, yeah, I'll leave it at that, and then you can see the vlogs when they come out.
So we're not here on Sunday. So we may be doing this on Monday again. That's the plan at the minute. Right. Hello, Will. Hello, Thrifty Georgie. Hand pink waving all. And Steve. Right, I won't say any more hellos because it just takes too long. Hello, Mad Tatters. I hope your Mondays have been as good as mine. I had a day off. Oh, I love a day off.
I like that. Mad Tatters.
Mad Tatters.
I really like that.
Mad Tatters Tea Party. Is that what this is? Right, I'm going to zoom down. I'll see if there's any questions. This has been the most Mondayest Sunday, has it? Typical, just finished my live and I have a sale. I'll take it. Nice. Sale is a sale. Lots of hellos. So hello. Right, I'm at the end. Hello, Pete.
Oh, maybe it's a hot date with Nick Berry, or well, we can't say anymore.
I can tell you it's not that. Right.
Oh, it's the Queen of Crispy Onions is in. Hang on.
Huh?
Queen of Crispy Onion Land. It's Emma, isn't it? Hello.
Emma? Which Emma?
That we met at the meetup.
Oh, right. Excellent. Hello. So I'm going to share a few bits and bobs. I'm going to do a live testing of a crazy bargain. I bought something for 20p. Stupid price for what I bought. but it didn't have a power lead. I've since found a power lead, and we're going to test it. But first thing we're going to do is read this. A letter arrived today. It was left in our woodshed. Why he didn't post the letter?
I don't know. He started to do that, but I missed it. I brought the parcel in, and I think that might have slipped down. So I didn't even see that.
Anyway, there was an envelope, and inside is a note. It says, "Hi Nick, not sure if this has any value left on it. I found it in a job lot of phone cards I bought at auction. Best wishes to you and Andrea from Oliver. Oliver, say hi if you're in." It's an iTunes card, which has not been scratched, so potentially has £25 on it. Right?
Mm.
Or it's not been, whatever. The shop has to validate it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So it's either nothing or 25 quid.
Mm.
So I've got our iTunes account open on here.
Mm.
So if you can you get scratching and I'll get all this set
I don't
up.
have any fingernails and I don't have
Well,
any.
can you open that and I'll scratch this off and we'll see. I don't know if Oliver's in. How do I get this? Oh, here we go. Right, peels. It's not scratchy. Look, it's a little peel.
Oh, it's a peely thing.
Right. Do you want to type?
Yeah.
So we've got capitals.
Yeah.
Does it matter if I say this out loud? No, because it'll be redeemed.
No, it'll be redeemed.
Right.
Okay,
Well, I won't say out loud the first two just in case. So the first two are that, just in case it's a problem. No. What have you done? You've done 3. That.
Oh. But wasn't that the next
No.
letter?
Right, and then we've got capital L-G-Y.
L-G-Y.
L.
Oh, hang on. That's not capital.
This isn't difficult. We're just typing.
Oh,
no, why are you not doing capitals?
Because I'm trying to do capitals and it won't work.
Put a cap lock on.
I did. I pressed it several times.
Right. You read it. I'll type it.
You saw me do it.
You have to wait till the light comes on. Right. I've done the first two. Now what?
No. L-G-Y-L.
L-G-Y-L.
L-Z-R-L.
Z-R-L.
F-Q.
Are you enjoying this? Right. So I've got to Z-R-L.
Yeah. F-Q.
Pardon? FQ yourself.
2PC.
Hello.
8W.
8W. Right. Okay. Redeem.
This code you entered has not been properly activated. For help, contact Apple support.
Has not been properly activated. Well, this is an anticlimax. I'm just going to check the number. L-G-Y L-Z-R-L F-Q-2 P-C 8-W. Oh, right.
Maybe it's too old.
Right, Oliver. I don't know if Oliver said hello.
There we are.
Did Oliver say hello?
I'm sure you'll find that thrilling.
I don't think he's in. This may have never been, paid for and kicked off. What's the word? Or it's expired. I will chase that up with Apple support anyway and see if we can do anything with it. But yeah. Well, Oliver, thanks for the thought, but we may have a fail on our hands there. So yeah. Oh well, let's carry on sharing stuff from the Jumble Sale, shall we? I've got another fail. Do you want should we stick with fails for a minute? At the Jumble, I bought very little media, although I'm going to share some video games in a bit that I got elsewhere. So I don't know if we can just block that number.
You can't. When it's no caller ID, you can't block it.
Oh, well, they're going to have fun, just endlessly ringing.
I know. Well, that's what happened. It's probably the same person that kept trying the other time.
At the Jumble Sale, there was a table of media, and I only picked up 2 items. They were 50p each. But at a Jumble Sale, you do not have time to sit there and flick through all the discs, particularly in a box set. So sadly, this minty fresh, complete Fawlty Towers is missing one of the 3 discs. So it has Series 2 and the special features. So that's a fail. it's not actually worth much anyway, so it's not a biggie. But the other one, which is worth picking up and worth knowing about, Carry On, the Ultimate Collection, is complete and is worth, I did look it up, what are they, 20 quid maybe? Is that what I said? So we can forget about the 40 Towers. That was worth £1 I paid on the 2 items. And didn't you say there's a new, are they rebooting this or something?
Not Carry On. No.
Oh no, that was 40 Towers.
40 Towers.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm not too keen on the idea of them rebooting 40 Towers. I think
a lot of people aren't.
I think that should be left as a masterpiece. Yeah. Anyway, so 1 fail and 1 win.
They're talking about rebooting Blackadder, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, no, Tony Robinson was against it. He thought it was a bad idea.
So not with Tony Robinson in, then clearly.
Well,
or Rowan Atkinson, he must be in his like.
But then they are Blackadder.
Well, exactly. So 40 Towers is supposedly making a comeback. Yeah, I'm not keen. I'm a huge fan. I don't think they should touch it. Right, shall we test this item? Now, I paid 20p. I was filming on the GoPro at this Jumble. Haven't looked at the footage. I'll try and throw together a video so you can see us buying some of this stuff. I think I was filming at the time I picked this up. Here it is. It is a Phillips, and it is an AZ 1003 CD cassette radio. It has a figure 8 lead, but she said, there's no power on that. I've no idea if it works. I said, that's fine. How much do you want? And she said, 20p.
20p. She might as well have given it away.
So I was like, okay, I'll have a go at 20p. So let's fire it up. And then I'll have to go and get a CD and a cassette. I thought far enough ahead to get a lead.
Do you want me? Do you know where are the cassettes? Have you got one?
Yeah, I'll have to go because they're tucked away in my office. Well, do you want to go and
get? We don't need to test it on.
Yeah.
Do we?
Yeah. It's where the fun's at.
Oh dear.
Right, keep it on time for a second.
Yeah, well, that's not going to happen. Yeah, I agree. Rebooting Blackadder would be total sacrilege. I don't know if it's going to happen. It might be just an idea that's being bandied around. But I did read an interview with Tony Robinson where he was saying, I think it would be a really bad idea because people are not in the same place that they were back then. And people are going to watch it and say, well, it's not the same, which it won't be. And then immediately be disappointed. Yeah, it is a shame. What we need is some really good new comedies. And they're few and far between now, aren't they? They can't do comedy anymore as everything is so PC. Well, yeah, there is that. Oh, okay. Paul says the Blackadder thing is only a comic relief sketch. Okay.
Oh, well, that's fine. I mean, that.
So I guess off the back of that, people have been saying it would be a good idea to reboot it. And Tony Robinson said, no,
no,
it wouldn't, which it wouldn't be. Hi, Cliff.
Good evening, Cliff.
Hi, Neil. Yeah. Seb says, can we make requests as to what CD cassette gets played?
You're welcome. But I have one cassette these days that I use for testing. It used to be, wasn't it Ace of Base I had?
Yeah.
Now I have Fast Forward 24 monster hits. CDs, I've just grabbed one from my collection, REM's Green. So that's what we're going with. So, but first, I did hear it make a noise, so I think it's got power.
It's a start.
Tuner.
Oh, bit of classic FM.
Oh, the drama.
Nick Berry cassette. You haven't got a Nick Berry cassette? If anyone has one,
I don't want one. No. Don't say these things out loud. What's wrong with you?
You got one for your collection, don't you?
Don't start on the Nick Berry collection. Right, it's on CD. How do we eject? Oh, you just put it up.
Paul's asking, where's the dog? He is asleep on the sofa. Yeah, we wore him out yesterday. We took him for such a long walk.
We walked him for about 4 or 5 miles. Right. CD's in.
It squeaks.
I can hear it spinning it up.
Hope it's not going to be too loud.
Oh yeah, where is the phone? Well,
also, you don't want to play too much of it, otherwise we'll get a strike.
Okay, okay. Can you see a play button?
Play.
And then do you know where stop is, just in case we need to stop?
Well, it's not coming up with a number.
Oh, have we failed? Right, CD. Oh.
It's coming up with that, but not a number. And usually comes up with like...
How many tracks it's got?
Yeah,
11.
Right, it's come up. Let's try.
Play, yeah.
Yeah. There you go. It works.
CD works. Cassette. Oh, I did actually press eject on this yesterday. It has the slowest eject motion in the world. You ready? Right, get a cup of tea. Can you hear it?
Oh, Queen of Crispy Onion Land says, I'm confused. Do we watch, chat, or both? Both, if you like.
Both?
Yeah,
sure.
Join in, have a chat.
Right. 24 monster hits. Now, if anything's going to be wrong with this, it's likely to be the cassette. The belts do go on these.
Sounds like a haunted house door. It does a bit.
Shh, ready. Don't you open that trap door. Right, I've got to switch it. Tuner, tape.
Right,
place your bets. Come up and meet me, make me smile. Steve Harley and Cockney Rebel.
Well done.
There we go. Right, so I'm happy with that. I think these are about...
Will says, sounds like Nick's knees.
Thank you. How do you know?
It's been hiding in the trap door.
So, I did look at comps briefly when we got home after the jumble, and I think this is 25, 30 top end. Needs a good clean. It's filthy. I might put some WD-40 on the hinge of this. But yeah, happy with that.
You've got a request here from Gwyn.
A request? Okay, hang on. Can you do a video on not just packing, but cost of delivery and where you get things from, i.e. bubble wrap boxes, etc.? Yeah, I potentially could do that. I've been struggling to find time to do kind of planned videos recently. We've been so busy. But yes, potentially, yes.
Yeah, you're going to have to organise your new space though first. We were talking about this earlier.
It's so hard to film packaging in that tiny office as it's currently set up. Once I've got the office set up out there, I'll have so much more space in that big table. Then it will be easier. Right, so that's...
Oh, Charlotte, that's a lovely thing to say. She says she finds my laugh comforting. As soon as my videos or lives are on, I hear your voice and it's a sense of calm and happiness. So that's how you feel about me all the time, isn't it? You wake up in the morning and you think, it's a sense of calm and happiness.
Charlotte, you didn't see Andrea in a rage earlier. Rage quitting trying to buy something on the internet on your phone.
There was a glitch in it, and it just kept telling me my address was too long, that I've already registered with this email address. I've never registered with that website in my life. My passwords didn't match. I was just like, in the end, I just put my phone down and went, I'm going to throw it out the window in a minute. I'm going to the loo.
So the words calm and relaxing did not compute with that Andrea that I saw. I was sat here on the phone thinking, oh my God, she's going to explode.
I was trying so hard to keep calm. I was like, I'd done it like way over 10 times, gone through the whole that whole checkout system, and every time it told me something was wrong. And in the end, I was like, no, I need to walk away from this.
Your words were, this thing is going out of the window. I thought an iPhone was going to be thrown through the window. But no, Okay. Oh, these are gorgeous. I think I shared this on Instagram. I used to read these in the 80s when I was like 10 or whatever.
I never read the Secret Seven, only ever the Famous Five.
Yeah, Alison used to read Famous Five and I'd read Secret Seven. They're really short. I used to read one in the evening. Now, there are 15. No, is it? Yeah, 15 in the set. And they did have, I didn't realise it was a whole set. There was another one that had been squashed, I think, at the event, and it was really badly creased and bent up. And I just thought, oh, that's beyond repair, I think. So I left it, which means I'm missing one. I'm missing number 2.
Yeah, that's annoying, isn't it?
They're all numbered editions. Look, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. But that's so nice. I think these are slightly later editions than the ones I was reading, because these are 1980, I think it was. Mine were 1970s issues. No, 1990. Sorry, these are way later than the ones.
Wow.
Way later than the ones I had.
Don't look 1990s.
So mine might have been 80s. Yeah, but that's when they may have been issued before that, but these are a later edition possibly.
Yeah.
But these are different covers to what I had.
Interesting.
In the 80s, certainly. So yeah, and that was.
Cliff says, I didn't know you could read, Nick.
I struggle with it, Cliff. Yeah. So what was it? What did I say? 14 books, and the lady said £2 for those. So I jumped at that. Now, who remembers these? Magic Eye. This must have been early 90s or late 80s, I seem to recall, like 1990. Yeah. See if this one's dated. It was a craze for like 6 months or so, and then it vanished. 94. Maybe the craze was a bit longer than I remember, because this is Magic Eye 3. But it was everywhere for a while.
It was, wasn't it?
I can only see shapes. I can't see 3D things. I can see weird shapes.
Yeah, I've always struggled with these.
I let my eyes relax, you know. Yeah. You have to sort of cross your eyes a bit.
They can't see what you're looking at.
Oh, it's coming out of the page at me. Anyway, one of them. I might just stick that. We are going to get back into doing regular. We are going to start doing regular auctions once a month. When we start that, which is now going to be next month, we think.
Yeah, it'll have to be next month now.
I might pop that in. It's just a fun item. I might auction this off as well. This is cool as you like. Return of the Jedi storybook. I assume this is at the time of the film. So it's going to be like 84. Oh, 83. Is that when that came out? Must be.
Yeah. And it's St. Michael.
Yeah, St. Michael. So that's that's M&S. Yeah.
Oh, Chris G says, thank you for the mini vid in the week. It showed me how to check the boggle I just found. And yes, it works.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, that got a good response. So I'm going to do more like that, I think. Just little videos focusing on a handful of items and sharing, if I have any knowledge on them, sharing what knowledge I have.
Joan thinks if you take your glasses off, it might work better.
If I take my glasses off, I won't be able to see. But, I'm going for, yeah, I mean, all I can see is a blurry coloured mess now. Yeah, there's no way this is helping. No.
Oh, dear.
No. Oh, dear. Well, is that when it comes out of the carbonite thing?
Oh, yeah.
It's a little bit chilly.
A little bit.
Ah, that's when Leia kills, what's his face? Big
Jabberwocky.
Jabba the Hutt.
Jabba the Hutt.
Jabberwocky.
What is a Jabberwocky?
That's a different film altogether.
What film is that? Where we plucked that from?
The Jabberwocky. That's the name of it, isn't it?
Oh.
Oh, I love this scene. This is probably one of my favourite scenes in the film. When there's the big hole thing, and people are being chucked into this big hole with teeth.
Oh God,
Off
that's terrifying.
off
Isn't it?
that ship that's kind of hovering there.
Yeah.
And then they have like a fight sequence on it. Oh yeah, Boba Fett. I'm trying to show you at the same time. Oh, I want to rewatch this film. We've got the Blu-ray set with all the Star Wars films on it. Oh yeah, it might be my favourite Star Wars. Oh, look at Yoda. Anyway, that was a fun item for 20p. Probably auction it off just as a cool, fun thing.
Not a Jabberwocky either.
Jabberwocky. I've been upgraded. I've got prescription lenses in my actual eyes. Prescription. So you mean you've got contact or you've had laser eye surgery? I looked into laser eye. I didn't go ahead with it, or maybe one day. My eyesight.
Could you lean over and pass me the kitchen roll, please?
Where is it?
Just there behind the
Oh.
games. Thanks.
Right, what else did I buy? Remember, Andrea's not sharing her stuff. You bought quite a bit, didn't you?
No, not as masses.
It wasn't anywhere near as good as the previous Jumble. It was at exactly the same place.
It would be hard push to be as good as the last one, though. I mean, that was the best we've ever been to.
Yeah.
Because they didn't even put loads of stuff out.
This one, all the stuff was out, and there was probably a third, if not a quarter, of what there was there previously. And the quality wasn't there either. And there was the same amount of buyers. It was crazy at the start. Anyway, I did find a bag with a Dyson powered head. These go okay. Looks unused to me. A Dyson belt new in the packet. That should sell easy. And a couple of little attachments that won't have any value. I will just bundle them with that, I would imagine. So yeah, always grab stuff like that for 50p.
Oh, Luby Lou wants a close-up of my mug.
Now, isn't this the one you found?
This was sent as a gift.
But you spotted
I spotted it in a charity shop, not this particular one, I don't think. And it was £10 in the charity shop. And I thought, oh no, that's a bit steep for a mug. But I was in love with it and I vlogged it. And then somebody very, very kindly sent me this mug.
Well, actually, we were with Carla. Carla went back to the charity shop to try and find it and pick it up for you for a gift.
It was gone.
And it had gone. So somebody did buy it in a charity shop for £10.
Yeah, I don't know if it was, I don't think it was Bristol. I don't think she lives near there. But yeah. It's my favourite mug. I use it every day now.
Joan goes on to say, you are awake during surgery. Yep. They take out my lens and put in a new one. Oh
dear. Oh, that freaks me out.
Because the laser eye surgery I looked at was where they kind of sculpt your lens a bit, I believe, with lasers. Oh. Lasers in your eyes. Lasers. Look, James. Hi, James. I have my lies lasered. Sharks with lasers. I have my eyes lasered 14 years ago. They are still great. 60/20 vision. 60/20? Isn't it meant to be 20/20? I don't know. Yeah, I may again look into that at some point. Right.
Yeah, Nanny had cataracts. Actually, didn't Ian have cataract surgery as well? It's like
he certainly had eye surgery recently. I
really hope I don't need that in future years because it really does freak me out. I think I might panic.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at that sort of thing.
So going back to random stuff, and again, we don't have any of the ceramics and stuff that you picked up because you're going to do a separate video on your channel.
Yes.
We grabbed a thermos for...
Again, 20p.
Was it 20p?
Yeah, it was 20p.
We have a similar one,
We've got a thermos, but it's exactly the same as that, but it's blue.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, thermos ones are great that have 2 cups on top. So handy.
They're really good for when you do boot sales.
Yeah. So we grabbed that. So we're probably going to resell it then. I thought we might keep it.
Yeah, we don't need to keep it. We've got one.
Well, all right then.
So we'll probably sell it.
And then I picked up this. I think we talked about this in the video that I haven't made yet. Excuse me, leaning over you. Now we want to get one of these. It's a suction thing for condensation on windows. Well, it's for cleaning windows, but it works to get rid of your condensation. But it works. But it's going to need a power jack to put a charge in it. But I do think I've got one that will work. I've got a multi jack anyway.
Yeah, so you're going to try that
somewhere. But I think it needs a bung here.
We might have to take it up. But for 50p, I mean, we've been looking at them and they're really quite expensive.
Yeah.
So we decided, oh no, we'll just leave
Mind
it.
you, I was looking at the Karcher ones, I think.
What's that one?
It's a cheaper brand.
Oh, right.
It's a whatever that is.
A Beldray.
Beldray. Anyway, we'll mess about with that and we may use it because most of the windows in this house, apart from the front, are still single glaze. And we have issues with condensation, particularly in and around the kitchen here.
Yes, I know only too well, Chris, because I have dropped one before. It was a bit of a mess. I think it was at family camping.
That was me. We were washing up.
Yeah. So family camping, and it fell off the side.
Yeah. The insides go bang. Right, what have we got here?
Oh, it's anthropology, Luby Lou. It does look. It's made to look sort of handmade, I suppose. It sort of overlaps. But it's an anthropology one. I can't tip it up, obviously, because I've still got coffee in it. But yeah. Oh yeah, Charlotte says those window cleaning things are brilliant to stop mold in showers. Best purchase my mum got was a Karcher one, and on Marketplace for next to nothing. Yeah, we've got just a manual one, haven't we, that we use in the shower.
Yeah, it's a good tip. I mean, we have you may have seen on the house tour, there's a walk-in shower upstairs in our ensuite, and we just have a little squeegee, because if you take off all of the moisture that sits on the tiles as well as the glass, it then can't lift off into the air and keep that space damp. So we do that every time. It's got an extractor in there as well. But yeah, this is more.
It's a bit of a faff, but
that bit does come off then.
It does come off. Yeah, we were watching videos by, I can't remember his name, somebody who does tips on different things you can do in your house.
Yeah, and he was swearing about squeegee in your shower after you've been in it. It's a good tip. Now this, you've probably all seen me share these. I've lost count of how many of these I've sold. It's a Gro-Clock. It needs a clean. Oh, we could test this now. I've got a power over there. These light up. I think they show the temperature, don't they? These. Hold on a second. Yeah. They always sell. There's not much money in them. I think they're about 10 quid.
They're showing a time, not particularly the right time.
Right. Okay, this one isn't even lighting up. Oh, there we go. So you can scroll around, I think.
Okay. So
is it those, or is it the eggs that do the temperature? It's just more like a night light.
Might be more like a night light.
I think it's the eggs that glow different colours. You'd think I'd know. I've sold so many of the damn things.
I can't see anything that looks like a temperature gauge.
No, it's just got the time. Someone in the chat will be telling me.
Yeah.
There you go. It's all working. 10:51.
It's not 10:51.
In the morning.
Any time of the day.
Maybe these are more to do with teaching your child how to tell the time. No, because it's got a digital readout.
Yeah, I don't think. Your 3-month-old is going to go, oh, yeah,
Oh.
that's the time for my bottle.
Oh, look, it's gone all blue. Oh no, it's not blue again. No.
Oh, that's at night time.
Nighttime, daytime. Total eclipse.
Nighttime, daytime. Nighttime, daytime.
Well, no, you know everything you needed to know about these. I just sell them on eBay. Don't ask.
Yeah,
Right.
well, they went out when Ellen was small, were they? So we never had one.
I need all that. And then we went to a tip shop. There's a little tip shop not far from us that we try and pop in regularly because we always come away with stuff. And they had a handful of video games on the shelf. And I said, how much are these? And he said, give me a couple of quid the lot. So I just grabbed them. So we have Formula 1 2017, but Formula 1 2017, you might say. Bonus.
Oh.
Forza 7. Yeah. And that's a bit of a better game than this. So I think that disc only is probably worth a few quid more than that. This is only like a £5 at best, I think. The others aren't amazing at all. Lego Batman, you're going to struggle to get 3 or 4 quid out of it. Rock Band 4, I think, is okay. Again, not a great deal. And this isn't great because you've got to ship it as a packet anyway. It's the old Zumba for the Wii, which has a weird like belt that you put your controller in so it can...
Oh, yeah, we did try it once, didn't we?
Did we?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's Just Dance because Just Dance is the same, where you have to...
Why don't you just hold the controller with Just Dance? Or did you have a little belt thing with that? I don't think you did.
I don't think it comes with a belt, but I think that we were trying to do that.
Yeah, it has like a green... I'll show you. It's not... I wouldn't go out of your way to buy this. I only grabbed it because it was 50p. Yeah, it's got this thing, which looks a bit like one of those wrestling medals or belts. Yeah, champion.
Thomas is asking, are you looking at buying any more bulk buys soon?
I have been speaking to our contact and maybe. Yes.
If we have any mods in the chat, could you put your hand up and could you just keep an eye on the chat? I think we might have a little bit of spam in it.
So that was 4 for £2 plus a sneaky bonus that's worth, I don't know, £5-7. Now, where did these come from? Oh, we were in a charity shop. That, I think that was Jumble Sale. Was that Jumble Sale? Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember.
I think that was Jumble Sale for like 20p or whatever. And then we went charity shopping in Thetford. And there's only really a couple that we tend to manage to find things in over there. But this one, their media was 5 for £1. So these aren't great, but at 5 for £1, I'll take a punt. Michael Jackson Experience on the Wii. Not worth much. This isn't worth much either. Your teeth in. Either Fighters Uncaged. In fact, what I might do, because this has virtually no value anyway, so it's an odd bundle to make, but I think I might just do that. This I thought may have some value. So Final Fantasy, it's Crystal Bearers for the Wii. It's got a reprinted, like photocopied sleeve and no manual. So somebody's lost the case at some point, but it's not great, sadly. Thought that might be a good one. And to make up my 5, a couple of sealed DVDs.
Thanks, Susan.
Susan in?
Yeah.
Spanner at the ready. Nice. Thank you. Steel Magnolias.
Yeah, it's a really good film. I haven't seen it for years, but yeah, good film.
Batman, the Brave and the Bold. I just grabbed these because they were sealed to make up 5 for £1. So there you go. Exciting or what? Or what?
Or what?
That's about all I've got to share.
Yeah, so.
See, we should have shared your bits. We could have filled the whole hour.
We could have done, but we can also chat to these lovely people
Okay.
and answer any questions anybody might have as well. So, yes. Yeah, I decided not to show mine because I thought I would do a standalone video. And if I show mine now, and then you're not going to want to watch the video, are you? Because you've already seen it. Although I do tend to research everything first when I do my videos, so I come with a bit more information.
Exactly. So we could have just shown the lovely things, and then you could have done your video with all the info. Anyway, Sean has a good question. I shared a while back that we were in possession of a load of Dimple whiskey, brand new sealed whiskies. They were a neighbour's we bought that job lot of stuff that we shared, all the antique stuff. That was part of that deal. But you can't sell unless you are some sort of registered alcohol dealer, licensed dealer. You can't sell it on eBay. I'm not sure if you can sell alcohol at all on eBay.
No, you can't.
Anyway, but there are specialist whiskey selling websites. And I said to him, I'll happily find out how we go about getting it auctioned off on there. So I set up an account, sent them lots of pictures, and they gave us an estimated valuation for how much we'd get. And I chatted to him, and we agreed between us it wasn't worth doing. It was they only came up with a valuation of about £75. I understand that they're probably being conservative, but yeah, he's taken that back, which is fine. Yeah, so we don't have the whiskey, and we're not going to sell it on his behalf now.
Yeah.
Right, let's have a look what we've got on here. Where were we? Thomas, I've had quite a lot of recent luck with auctions, been winning a lot of PC parts for a fraction of the price. They mark up really well. Okay.
Brilliant.
Yeah, not really my area of expertise. I've dabbled in, if I find a PC being chucked away on the side of the road, which I have done a few times, I like to grab them and take out the CPUs. I've sold a few of those that way. That's where my knowledge ends.
Hi, Lee.
Hello, Lee.
Question from Charlotte. If you had 1 minute to think, pick any item. As soon as you say it aloud, that item ends up in your stockpile for listing. What do you pick and why?
Hang on. Let me process what that. If you had 1 minute to think, pick anyone. Oh my goodness. Right. What do you want?
I've got a whole minute to think. You go first.
Okay, I'm going to say an original first edition, what's it called? Black Lotus Magic the Gathering card.
For a minute there, I thought you meant the car.
No. You can say anything.
You could say anything.
The crown jewels.
But have you got to resell it?
But yeah, I would love to get it's like the ultimate Magic the Gathering rare card. I've never even seen one, and they're now worth stupid amounts of money for a tiny little trading card. So that would be cool.
I honestly don't know. Oh. That's really tricky.
We're just going to sit here and wait.
Okay. You might be waiting a while. I know I've only had 1 minute to think, but
okay, let me scroll back while you're thinking. I don't recall the smell of burning. I think we're back on eye surgery. I remember watching a video of how they perform laser surgery the night before. It was like a Saw movie. Don't put me off. Hello, RHTube. Have you found or are you looking for an alternative for the cabinet that you rented?
We're not actively looking at the moment.
No. It may be something that comes up again in the future, but we are finding we are more than busy just keeping up with selling off the big haul and trying to get organized to start listing our now growing backlog of secondhand stuff. So yeah, we're not actively thinking about that at the minute.
Yeah. I think I can't think of anything specific, but something, either something pottery related that would be worth a lot of money. But I can't think of anything really specific.
Clarice Cliff stuff. That would be nice.
Is that still really worth lots of money?
Yep.
Well, I suppose it depends on the pieces. I don't know. That wouldn't have been the first thing that came to my mind, because I like studio pottery more than anything. So.
There's a good shout. Look, the first Barbie mint in box.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Yeah, another thing that I would love to find more often, I've only found a handful of broken ones really since I've been reselling, is Zoids. Zoids was a toy range that I was so obsessed with. I wasn't really into Star Wars figures. I wasn't really into like Action Man. I had a Hornby train set, wasn't really into that. But Zoids, these little mechanical dinosaurs, I was all over it. And you never see them. They were made by Tomy. I think the problem is with them that I was very fussy about it and I kept mine immaculate. And I used to teach myself how to take them all apart and put them all back together. I was that kid, right? I'd take them all apart, line all the bits up, and then go, put it back together. So I kept mine perfect with all the bits, but I think kids tended to wreck them. Because like I said, the only ones I've found before are missing a head or missing a leg. Yeah. If I got back into collecting anything, apart from vinyl, which I'm kind of obsessed with at the moment, it would be Zoids. Yeah, that would be fun.
It makes me realise I clearly don't have a bucket list of items I want to find. Susan says, for me, it's Alphonse Mucha Art Nouveau. I probably haven't, I butchered that name. Postcards, never found any, would love to.
Never found any. And the amount of postcards that have gone through your business, that is quite surprising. They must be rare then, if you've not had any.
Stephen Parry is asking, are you still loving the new house, or is there any regrets of moving? Nice to see you both online live on a Monday night.
It's a very good question, and it's still early days. The big thing I think for both of us is getting used to living in the sticks is a big deal. We lived in Hitchin. I grew up in a village. I grew up in I grew up on a farm, proper middle of nowhere. But all of my adult life and yours, we've been in a town and had the convenience of that. So that's the main thing.
It's a culture shock.
Yeah.
We do. There's a lot of it that we really love, though.
Yeah.
And I think we could definitely adjust to it because it's not more laid back.
The loveliest thing is that we've already made friends here, and very, very easily, because people are so open to coming up and talking to you. So that has been a revelation, because you don't get that so much in town. You don't wander to the town and people stop and say, oh, hi, are you the guys that have moved in down the road? It's that small here that people know who we are before they've spoken to us. It's a bit odd. But it's like, oh, are you the guys that have moved into the old post office? Yeah, we are.
We met a lady out with her dog. She's like, I haven't said hello to you yet.
So that side of it has been lovely, but it is a big
And I think the distance from Ellen, we really underestimated. Like it's 3 hours drive to get to her. And when she gets the train back to us, it's 3.5 hours for her. It's long.
Yeah.
Hi,
Chris G. Found a big bag of plastic soldiers. Nice. Jeeps, boats and tanks. Also in the bag were 4 waterline ships. Now researching if these have any decent value. We'll let UPI know.
We'll let you know.
We'll let you know.
Meant to be.
Interesting. I don't know anything about waterline ships, whatever they are.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like to find there's another chicken. There you go. Thank you. That's given me a good answer.
Sure.
A chicken.
What's James saying there? Does anyone want a job lot of new sealed washing machine hoses? I've got a whole batch of around 30 if anyone's interested.
Oh.
There you go. Nick, do you want to buy some original? This has turned into people flogging off their tat. Do you want to buy some original Thunderbirds action figures? I'm probably okay at the minute. I've got far too much to deal with, but thank you for the offer. The only things I had loads of was Furbies. I know how much you love them, Nick. Yeah, I don't mind Furbies, but they are a bit creepy.
It's a question from Elaine there.
Oh yeah, go on then. You read that one.
Have you ever bought something thinking that it would fly out with a good profit, only for it to be stuck on the shelf for ages? Yeah, I think we've had things like that over the years.
Oh, we must
Definitely.
have done. We must have done. I do find that if I'm having a listing session, there's always a few bits that you think, oh, is this even worth bothering with? Oh, and you force yourself to list it and it flies out. Or things that I put off listing sometimes for years and you finally get around to it and it goes immediately.
Yeah, I've had that many times.
I notice when that happens, things that I bought thinking they'd be really quick. I don't know.
Yeah. Hi, Faye Simon.
Hello.
Greg says, sold something you would like recently, an Erasure Wonderland CD DVD set for £50, bought for £1 from a charity shop. Would be surprised if you were looking at that.
I probably looked at the list. I search Erasure quite often. Yeah, some of the special editions of the albums go for really good money. And the Depeche Mode reissues, with, I think they have a DVD in as well. I don't have any. They're going up and up rapidly because it was a limited run. What was Cliff saying a minute ago? It just whizzed past. I started to read it and then it... Oh, you could have a Zoid shrine to go along with your DM shrine. It's not a shrine. I've told you this. It's a display. I think it was Cliff was telling me that I bow down and worship to it every morning.
Oh, and wasn't Susan saying something about you genuflect to it?
Oh, was it? That's right. Maybe it was Susan. Yes, I do not bow down and worship to my shrine. It's not a shrine.
Yeah. We believe you. Millions wouldn't.
Was that about 1,000 Beanie Babies? Or it just jumped?
I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
A person. Oh, I'm glad it's a person. 1,000 Beanie Babies picked up last week. I'm going to be a billionaire.
Have you ever found retro video game consoles?
Oh, absolutely. When we started this, when I started this in my spare time, when I was doing it, not as a full-time job, in the late 90s, I would go to boot sales and I would find video game consoles every week. It kind of wasn't a known thing that collector's market existed then. Now it's common knowledge, everyone knows. So I was finding Nintendo consoles. I was finding Sinclair Spectrums almost every week. Mega Drives, all the time. Mega Drives, they were everywhere. Master Systems were everywhere. And then when we went full time, the console we were finding a lot was N64. N64 and PS1 were kind of on the way out in the early 2000s when we went full time, 2002-ish. So we would find most weekends, we would find PS1s and N64s. Super Nintendos, we were still finding a lot of at that point. Just don't see it anymore. And then you may not know, we started on eBay and then we moved to the high street and we set up a store similar to what CEX is now. And we were sold consoles daily. So people would bring them to us. We didn't even have to go out and find them at that point. Yeah. And it actually got to a point where I was turning away Mega Drives from the shop because we had too many. I remember when I was buying Mega Drives, I used to pay £5 for a console. And then we stopped buying them because we had too many. It's a different story now.
Yes, indeed. Thrifty Georgie is asking, did you do well at the car boot? We didn't go to a car boot sale, so no.
No,
We've
we
been
did.
to one for a while, have we?
No, we haven't started boot sailing yet. We did a jumble sale on the Saturday.
Yeah. Stall says, just arrived. Who's that young man next to Nick? Next to Andrea?
Who's that young man next to Nick?
And what have you done with old Nick?
I've had a shave, Stephen.
It reveals the young man underneath.
And most of my hair's gone.
Linda says, a Nick Berry shrine.
Let it go, everybody. About the Nick Berry thing, let it go. Is Neil, are you doing a stream tonight? If he's still in.
That definitely doesn't happen.
That would be weird.
It would be weird when it doesn't happen. We see Retro George lists on loads of different sites. Do you experiment with anything other than eBay and Etsy nowadays?
Not a lot. Not really. You used to dabble in other ones a bit. I tried, what was it I dabbled in? I messed about with Spock and Facebook for a while. Had some success, but kind of dropped all of that now. You tried out things like Depop and Vinted, and I've kind of moved away.
Well, I don't do Vinted because, you're not supposed to.
You can't be a business seller.
And I don't sell clothes anymore. Where's Jeff? He is sleeping on the sofa currently. Nick, what's the most awkward item that I've ever given you to package?
Oh. There's some of the wicker things were a pain. There was a great big, like, I don't know, was it 3 or 4 foot tall wicker planter? Mm-hmm. That was, because that had to be packaged really well because it was actually quite brittle and fragile. Yeah. That was a pain. Small items of furniture that we've sold.
Yeah, I generally only buy things with your say-so, though. And I did ask you and I bought it and you said it was all right.
Yeah, yeah, sure, I'll be fine with that. But the ones that you imagine are tricky as well really are like a tea set. If we sell a tea set with multiple items, because you have to package each item individually to stop it rattling around and crashing against each other. So the box just gets bigger and bigger and bigger if you do like multiple ceramics. So yeah, I don't like doing sets of things.
Becky, I'm not sure we can answer that because we don't do Amazon anymore. So,
any tips for shifting new items from Amazon? Have a load of kids' new items from Amazon.
Oh, from?
No. I don't really have any tips. I would just search the item on eBay, see if there's a market for it on eBay. And if there isn't, try getting creative and make a bundle. Don't be scared to bundle up stuff and do like little job lots. And that works. Yeah. What's this about? Oh, did you just read? Oh, no, that's the last one. If we all let it go, will we start to be enshrined in Frozen? What are you on about? Jake says, I found a Super Nintendo on eBay and got it for £37. Great deal. Nice. We were up in Attleborough, is a town near us, and there's a new shop on the high street there, which I think it's having its opening soon, and it's a vintage video game store, similar to
brings back memories.
What we started up, yeah. But looks like they're going to be exclusively video games and a bit of PC accessories by the look of it. So we're going to pop in and say hello when that opens.
Oh, we've got a super chat. Oh, thank you. Jack came back. Found a great auction site for Nordic regions, but also ships worldwide. Lots of good stuff. Tradera. Not sure if you know about it. You can sell from the UK. No, never heard of that.
I have not heard of Tradera.
No.
Awesome. You'll have to let us know. Are you going to use it then? I assume so. Yeah, let us know if that works out. I've not seen that promoted over here as a site that we can use. Thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Right, it is gone 9 o'clock, so I think it might be words of wisdom time.
Wow.
So, can we have the T's and C's?
T's and C's. We like to end these with some words of wisdom, end on a positive. That's what we try and do. So if you pop some words of wisdom in, you can make it themed on tonight's. We didn't really have a theme. Jumbling.
Jumble.
Yeah, pop some things in. We will read them out and hopefully feel positive about things. And we'll pick one and end on that.
What's one item you purchased but didn't realise smelt bad till you got home? Well, there was one that we noticed smelt bad on the way home, and that was those bowling balls.
Yeah. Set of bowls in a bag that had mice living in the bag.
And we were like, what is that smell? What is that smell?
The car stank.
It was awful.
And then we figured it out. Because the thing is, when you're in a field, if you're at a boot sale in the open air, you don't really get the stink.
Yeah.
But then I think also we bought those. I think we bought them quite early on. We took them back to the car, put them in the car, and we probably went round for another hour or two because we were in Hatfield, weren't we? And we tended to do that there. So then that smell is just filling up that small space within the car. And we drove home and it's like,
had to have the windows open.
What is that?
Yeah. It was pretty bad.
So I had to throw the bag away, and there was like various other bits in there, like towels to dry your bowls off and that. They just reeked of mouse pee. So I threw all of that away. But then the bowls, I had to scrub the bowls in the bath because they have like little grooves.
You weren't in the bath. Let's just clarify this. You weren't in the bath with the bowls.
I wasn't in the bath with cleaning my bowls. No, I wasn't doing that. No. Because the bowls have little grip lines and stuff, and it was just all stinky, and
Get a brush on it.
It's horrible.
All kinds, yes.
Right, go on then. Do you want to read some stuff?
Yes. So Will's in with the first. Wow. Never seek revenge. Rotten fruit will fall by itself. Indeed, it will.
Wow, I've never heard that phrase.
No,
I quite like that.
I do as well. Yeah. Hannah says, "It's not a shrine."
There you go. See, it's not a shrine.
Elaine says, "I don't procrastinate. I wait until the last minute to do things, as I will be older and therefore wiser." That's a really good excuse. Thank you, Elaine. I'm going to use that one.
I need that in my life.
I'm going to use that in the future.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've still got my mug from Cliff somewhere, my procrastinate mug.
Yeah, you were using it earlier.
I was using it.
Oh, it's there next to the sink. Blaney says, NCIS new series starting now. They're my wow.
Never watched it.
No, it's not really our thing, is it? I'm just going to read out the ones that say wow at the beginning.
Oh, okay.
It says Stephen says the best thing about jumble sales is the people you meet when waiting in the queue. Oh, that is true.
Yeah, we stood in the queue. The one we went to on Saturday, it was cold, so luckily we got there early enough to be in the lobby. We were the last people in on the inside of the door, and then the queue went round the building. But yeah, we got inside. We were there early enough.
Yeah, at first we thought there wasn't a queue. We were like, "Oh, it's in a queue yet. That's good."
I'm just going to read a couple of bits about smelly stuff quickly. This is Belinda. I once bought a Dremel set from the Salvation Army, and the box was full of mouse poo. Charlotte, my dad once left a dog poo in his coat pocket. We can hang on a minute. Not just a dog poo. Surely it was in a poo bag at least.
I would think it was.
But then it wouldn't smell, would it?
Well, maybe it was biodegradable. the bag might have been biodegradable. We
can understand the smell by the back door for quite a few days. That generates more questions than answers, that does.
I did. When you walk in the woods, there aren't any bins. So I did put one in the back of the car once, and a couple of days later I realised I hadn't taken it out. But it wasn't enough time for it to smell.
Oh, shall I quickly share something that makes me see red instantly? When you're out walking your dog, and you'll be like on a lovely little country walk, and hanging in the tree, hanging in the tree, somebody was hung a poo bag with the poo in. And you think, what is wrong with these people? You've bought a poo bag, well done. You've picked up the poo, double well done. Don't hang it on a tree for someone else to take it home. It's just like, what?
I was listening to a Jeremy Vine chat about this, and a lot of people were saying that they sometimes do it because they don't want to carry it all the way. So they hang it in the tree and they go for their walk, and then on the way back they pick it up and then they take it home. I think some people tend to forget though.
I've seen hanging poo in the same spot for weeks. So that's a long walk if they're coming back for it. Walk. But I do understand that would make sense.
Yeah, I'm guilty of doing that, but not hanging it in a tree. I hide it.
Put it in your coat pocket for later.
I've gone on a country walk and I've hidden it behind a log, but knowing where that log is, then come back and taking it home. Because it is, if you're going for a long walk, you don't want to be carrying your poo with you. And then when there's no poo bins, it's very annoying.
Yes.
Jonathan says, is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Nick Berry.
Okay, Jonathan.
Chris, chopsticks are one of the reasons that the Chinese didn't invent custard. That's true, but because they have those little ceramic spoons, don't they? I was thinking, how do they eat the soup? Ceramic spoons.
They clearly use those for custard as well, then.
Yes. James said, keep feeding the beast so it can feed you.
Nice. Who's listening tonight? I don't think we are, but I am kind of gearing up to start pushing our used stuff again. Now the haul is doing incredibly well still, the new stuff, but it's slowly slowing down and settling into a rhythm now. So we can now, both of us need to really push before we start properly getting into this year's boot sale season, going out filling up the car. We need to break the back of our backlog again.
We do,
yeah.
And he says you carry the passport to your own happiness.
Yeah. I've heard the one, what is it? Happiness is a choice.
Yeah. Maggie's just said the same thing. Hanging ones are people doing a circuit and then they forget. Yes. Cliff says a fool is known by his speech and a wise man by his silence.
Yeah. A wise man knows that he doesn't actually know much. It's kind of that thing, isn't it?
If you go down in the woods today, you'll be in for a poo surprise. It would keep your hands warm in your pocket. Words of wisdom: don't hang poo bags on trees, hang bird feeders instead.
Bird feeders, we've put some bird feeders out here, and so far all I've seen is a fat pigeon.
You can't actually get on the bird feeder.
He's too well built to hang up there. So
I think there's just hasn't been any bird feeders there for so long. They've gone elsewhere. So they need to find them again.
They'll find them sooner or later, but they're still full to the brim.
Will, remember to laugh at the small stuff. Spilled milk can quickly be cleaned up.
Yeah,
Indeed.
I like that. I want candy. Well, yeah, all right.
There's a song that goes like that.
There is. Who did that? I want candy. Who's that? I want candy. Don't know who that is. Don't know. Right. Do you want to pick one?
I wanted to say bow wow wow. That's not, is it?
Could be.
No. Oh, it might be.
Right. Do you want to pick one today?
Quite a lot of them were about poo.
Pick one of the pooey ones. Go on.
Oh dear. Oh, I don't think I read that one. Teresa, believe and act as if it was impossible to fail. Oh, there you go. Being as I missed you, I'm gonna stick with that one because I like it. Believe and act as if it was impossible to fail.
Wow, that's a hard phrase to live by. That's wow, that's powerful, but yeah, believe as if it's impossible to fail. We all need a bit of that self-belief, don't we? Sometimes it is useful, I must admit. Okay, right. Well, thank you very much for joining us. Remember, it is Monday. And we are thinking we will be doing this again next Monday.
Hang on a minute. We need to end on this one. Never promise a live auction when you have a busy life.
Right.
Oh, I was right. It is Bow Wow Wow.
Yeah, so videos. Are you going to put a video out on your channel then of your jumbly bits?
I'm going to do a jumble haul.
Yep. So go and sub to Andrew's channel. Link should be below, and that will be out in a few days. I have got footage from the Jumble Sale. We were GoPro-ing it, but it's really hard to film and jumble. So I don't know what's going to come out, but I'll get that sorted. I did a GoPro strapped to my head, old style picking orders video today. So I'm going to have a look at the footage. Hopefully that will make a video. So those will be out on this channel at some point this week. Right, we done?
Yes.
Yes.
We are indeed.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us. There's no point without you lot. We do appreciate it. Next week, it's going to be Monday again. We can't tell you what we're doing.
No, but we're going to vlog it and we hope you like it.
Yes. All right. Have a lovely evening. We'll see you again next Monday for the Sunday live. Ta-ra.
Bye.